Hey there, I'm Cyberchroma, and welcome back to another stream where we're not working on the Handyman with Unicycle. Today we're working on my good old Rubik's Cube, chat control Rubik's Cube thing, and that is because it's been, has some bugs that I'd like to fix that I was hoping that maybe I'd get to off stream. Didn't get time to do that, so we're doing it now. Main thing that will be the bulk of this stream, depending on whether it takes the whole stream or takes 5 seconds, I guess we'll see. I expect it to be an annoying one, especially because it's actually going to be hard to replicate, is that... So first, to explain the bug, I'll just recap on what this program even is. Down there on my stream, there's a Rubik's Cube, and you can type stuff to make it move. I can type stuff myself, such as exclamation mark, and then basically any Rubik's Cube notation command thing like F or the and you can do multiple in succession, so like F R prime and then like L or something, right? And then I do that, and wow, look, it did turns. I guess it doesn't show up down here. I have it like filtered out so like the commands don't show up down there. But anyway, well, I think in the actual Twitch, so live on Twitch, I think you'd see on the side, I just typed exclamation mark F space R apostrophe R prime, as Rubik's Cube notation is, and L, and then waha, it turned. Actually, they happen to be in sync because I'm in play mode in the thing in Unity, and I have like the build that's running down here that's over here. Funny that they're in sync. So yeah, that's just, I have it as just a random idle thing to have be there because it's cool and a cool just programming thing, and I'd eventually like to, like right now, yeah, you can turn it and whatnot. There's some internal stuff to be able to tell whether the cube is solved or whatnot. I'd eventually like to do more with one, making it just look a little bit better, making some actual 3D models of better just looking pieces or whatever. And it like auto solver thing I think would be pretty cool. It does currently support doing slice moves like that. It supports doing like whole cube rotations like this and everything in between. And turning double, you know, turning the other way, clockwise or counterclockwise. Whoa, whoops! Oh no! Oh no! Did I just? What happened? Oh, or no? Did I? Okay, I think I just. Okay, no, it's fine. Oh, good. I thought the stream cut out for a second there. Everything's all good. Anyways, so what was I saying? So yeah, it supports basic cube. Actually, if I just, what is my command for? Oh no, I have it written down there. Exclamation mark cube commands. Cube commands. To remember the specifics of all of what's allowed, let me just bring up the thing that I wrote about what's allowed. Bam, there it is. So normal cube rotations, slice moves, whole cube turns, wide moves like this. I don't need to demonstrate each one. Just trust that it works, because we have many streams dedicated towards making all this functional. Individual things, full algorithms, including like with, if you just copy and paste something that has brackets in it, it trims out the brackets. There's at the end you can add like a speed, and that affects how fast it turns, and like that's cool. Then there's an extra special command to like scramble. So if I go literally just this and there, and back over here, then quata. There we go. Very scramble. Just doing a bunch of random moves and all that. So that's stuff that it can do, and that's all cool and whatnot. Now where there's some issues that is going to be really hard to replicate, and I don't know what my plan is for replicating it, but we're gonna figure that out here now, is that in some of my longer streams, you know, playing games or coding other things, sometimes after a while it'll just time out and like stop accepting chat input at all, and then I have to restart the program for it to kind of recover, and I don't know why that is. It's kind of a big issue. And I remember when we were building it, it happened like once or twice. Like, oh, I hope that won't happen again. And it has consistently happened that, yeah, it's something that should be actually solved properly rather than just duct tape to try to get it to barely work. So, now, I remember from last time, the last time that I was working on this, I have some breakpoints of when I was trying to look at some stuff on how Twitch messages are read into this program. What I almost want to do, I mean, it's like, I don't know if, okay, so like one thing is, I don't know if I have anything consistent to be able to cause the bug to happen, if it's like based on a certain amount of time, or if Oh, so funny thing. The one that would be good to test, but I kind of can't test. If while it's running, I disconnected my computer from the internet and then reconnected it so that like there was basically, you know, a gap of it being not connected, and if that would be enough to sever it, and maybe that's what's happening. Is just after it running so long, there's like just a tiny bit of it temporarily disconnecting that it can't recover from or something like that. But, you know, considering the fact that I'm live streaming, that's going to be kind of hard to test. So I'm going to not do that, probably. Well, actually, I think in, like, firewall settings, you can, like, make certain programs able to access or not access the internet. I'm going to try not to have to go that far into this. When this was first happening, I wasn't sure if it was based on, like, number of messages of once it hit some point, then it was cutting out. I don't think that that's the case, because we've had issues where, like, start a stream, and then, like, an hour in, someone goes to interact with it for the first time, and it doesn't work. So I think it's, well, it's not that. It doesn't mean that it's a time thing. Well, I think it's kind of a time thing, but I don't think it's, like, once it's hit an hour, then it cuts out. I think it's more of just, the longer the program is running, it has the chance to run into whatever weird issue that it's running into, where then it's just no longer receiving messages. Now, maybe in the short term, what I could try to do is, like, if I've seen that it's happening, rather than restarting the program, if I could have some special hotkey, or even my own special command I could type in, like, !! Well, no, that wouldn't work. Never mind. If it's not receiving chat messages, typing in a chat message to make it fix itself obviously isn't going to work. But, I mean, well, but then even tying it to a hotkey is tricky as well, because if I'm, you know, playing a game or whatever, I'm pressing lots of buttons, unless I make it something weird, like Control-Alt-Q or something, I don't know. Like, I could, as a short-term thing, be like, oh, if it's disconnected, press some special hotkey, and that'll make it somehow fix itself. But ideally, it would detect such things automatically. But I don't. That's the thing. Like, what specifically is broken? It's like, how would I know what specifically was broken? I do remember when it happened before. It's also just a reminder of how things used to work. When I'm running this in Unity, I have a fake chat thing here that mimics a real chat, so I can type in whatever, and then it turns. And now they're out of sync, which is funny. But this, when it sometimes would cut out, I believe I remember that this was always working. It's specifically the reading in chat messages that wasn't working. Invalid turn function. What do you mean? What? Wait. What did I type that was invalid? Or is it... Actually, I'm not immediately sure what, or I don't know how long these were there, and I don't know. Let me just double check. If I type in the exact same thing I just typed, which was like FLB or something. Interesting. So that's a separate issue. Wait, what was invalid? This is not where I was expecting to do, but, I mean, just to, like, start with something maybe a little bit easier. So, I did an F, and I did an L, and I did a B. What was the problem? It got all the way down here, and then was reading stuff in. The best bug to fix is one that's easily replicatable, and if this same input every time... Actually, just gonna copy it so that I can paste it. If this is gonna consistently cause an issue, then that's good. It's not good, but it's kind of good. Oh, it got here with an exclamation mark? Oh! Oh, no. Sorry, no, not a real issue. Never mind, no. This doesn't trim out exclamation marks, but the Twitch chat thing does. So here I can just type in, okay, not a bug. Something I might still fix anyway. You know what, as we're messing around, let me real quick, actually, I went out of play mode. I shouldn't have done that, because what I'm almost hoping for is having this in play mode and waiting long enough for the bug to just happen, and then going into, like, adding breakpoints in places to try to figure it out. But I think I remember we did a bit of that in the past, and we weren't able to find anything easily being different. I could just have it, like, another thing that could work as, like, a temporary solution is just, like, every 10 minutes or so, it just purposely disconnects and reconnects and does this authentication thing. That might be annoying, though, because every time it does that, it, like, for a second, like, opens up a new tab to, like, doing, the authentication that it does, and then, like, closes itself. I don't think I can get around that, and it doing that every, like, 10 minutes or something would not be ideal if it, like, if I'm playing some game and it, like, takes me out of it or whatever. So again, like, that also, but, like, if the problem is that it's disconnecting, then the solution would be that it needs to reconnect. It's just, yeah, weird that it's doing it consistently, and also, just to, also as a reminder for yourselves and for me, is that a lot of, all the Rubik's Cube code that's here is stuff that I wrote. The stuff that reads in from Twitch chat over here, this is code that I found on the internet and modified to fit what I needed it to do. So, like, in theory, this having some problems, not great, and gonna potentially change things. What I could do is just some Googling and try to see if this is a common problem, and if there's a common solution. That's also, I want to say that's the thing that we did, but, oh yeah, I've also, okay, thing that I have to remember is that, like, the Twitch, you know, authentication key or whatever, it's supposed to not be shared or whatever, that's tucked away in a particular settings menu I need to not accidentally go into. Anyways, but, so first, the easy thing, just to kind of ease into this, my fake input field, if there's an exclamation mark at the start of it, I want it to trim it out. So how would I do that real quick? The chat command receiver, is this, no, it's gonna be under the canvas. That's, yeah, from Twitch chat. This is my, did I really never rename this from just input field? Whatever. Where are you? Oh, input reader, you're here. Yep. Okay, so, well, okay, I could have just, yeah, whatever, anyways. So we got this. How does it do? Okay, so where's the part that actually is getting input, and why am I not seeing it? This get test input, blah. So in this case, I want it to work with or without an exclamation mark. So, like, this should be easy as just, what's the instructions? You trim, you cut out stuff. I'm gonna say, actually, I think this might just be easy. If it has an exclamation mark, swap it for nothing. That means that if there's an exclamation mark, like, halfway in it, it'll cut it out, but I'm gonna say, whatever, it's fine. That means that this will also apply to regular chat messages. So if you went, like, exclamation mark, and then a message, it would cut it out, but whatever, I'm gonna allow that. I want to be more in favor of the kind of auto-correcting, like, you meant to be typing this, so let's pretend that you typed that and go with it. There's some cases in this where that is a thing that I kind of do. So, like, doing a slice... Oh, hey! My cat has come to say hello. Hi! You wanna be on camera? Yeah, you do. Hello. She's here, and she's beautiful. She's great. Mwah. Yeah. Okay, so... yeah. What was I saying? Oh, and down she goes. And away she goes. Okay. Slice move. So if M does this, and M prime does that. It's cube notation that's supposed to be capital. Lowercase m isn't a thing, but I pretend that it is, because, you know, why not? Whereas, with regular turns, F does this, lowercase f does that. They actually do two different things, so that's a case where that matters, but the cases where it doesn't, I allow both. So that's just... Oh, and then on top of that, to do wide moves, I can do lowercase f like this, or you can do capital F, lowercase w. That's also the correct notation of a wide move. But so I said it was the capital of the one letter and lowercase w. I also allow if it's a capital W and lowercase, like any combination. If the W is there, then it allows it. What was it? Where was I going with that? Oh yeah, that I'm gonna allow. I don't know. You had double exclamation mark. Actually, that means if I had multiple. Actually, it's gonna swap out all of them, right? No. Wait, no, that means that this didn't work. What? Hold on. What? Wait, did I not go out of play mode after making that change? I might not have done that. Okay. Yep. In theory, after a couple seconds, then it will do this. Okay. Oh, I never, did that. Yeah, right now, like, it assumes that everything has to be, like, spaces between it. I don't, long term, it would be nice if you happen to, you know, have a full out thing and it's all sandwiched together. That's like, oh, this is a lot harder to test for, but it's theoretically possible. Maybe. But I think it's less necessary and might be more trouble than it's worth at this stage. Anyways, we fixed the... Wait, sorry, did I even test, put in, like, multiple... You still do? Yeah, okay, good. And that was the easy thing that I wasn't expecting to be sort of on the list, on the agenda today. Oh, I have my thing for errors. When I was saying invalid function all the time, do I count that as an error? I don't know. Whatever, it's fine. So, in that amount of time, has this thing broken yet? I mean, if it has, it's not like there's much I can, like, much information I can get out of it. Hey, it's broken. That's bad, but it's good. It's not good, but, so how long have we been going? 18 minutes? So it didn't take an hour. Oh, no. Also, as far as the message goes, if you type scramble... You can put in a number between, like, 1 and 100, and it'll scramble that much. If you just put scramble, it picks a random number, I think, between, like, 15 and 25. So, wow, it's scrambled. So, I don't want to just sit here for less than 18 minutes hoping for this to break. So I'm gonna... Like, what I'm hoping to do... Okay, so, as of now, I'm gonna try not to go out of play mode. And we'll look through the code to try to see if we can find what's doing this. And then after, I don't know, 15 minutes, then we'll see if it's actually just, like, broken, if we see it actually happening, and then go through more breakpoints to see if we can narrow down what specifically is broken. Twitch command manager. Well, actually, but no, before I do anything, I should do some amount of Googling, right? Because that would be, if this is a common thing... I'm gonna assume I'm more with Unity. I mean, it could be, like, in general, and, like, if you're doing Twitch integration with Python, this might be an issue, but, like, Unity, I don't even remember the original source where I got this code, because the problem could be more with this code specifically, or more of a Twitch issue, or something in between. I don't know. Twitch, I don't know, disconnecting. You know what would actually be helpful? Well, I was gonna say if I could have something on screen temporarily, like make some like green text that says like connected, and if it ever is not connected and switches to red, so I could like see it happen. But I don't know for sure. When it stops accepting input, I don't know what changes. Like, what's a thing I could actually read to know that it's, you know, not good. Yeah, I did learn a thing that I think is kind of interesting where, when this Twitch thing, like, first connects to Twitch, it, like, sends a bunch of messages back and forth that, I forget the exact, it's like a few, like, just weird sentences that, I don't know, is neat that it does that and expects it in a very specific way, and if it doesn't get exactly what it's looking for, then it doesn't connect properly. But we get past that point. Oh my god, I'm immediately seeing... Oh, that's funny. Okay, I'm immediately, upon Googling, like, Unity Twitch integration disconnecting, I'm getting a Stack Overflow thing of Twitch chat timing out after 10 minutes for Unity game project. Oh, that's perfect. If this can be some simple problem, like, I started blocking out this entire stream to be potentially just solving this issue. Oh, there's a keep alive thing? This could be just some simple fix. I'm totally happy to have that be the case. So is it exactly 10 minutes? Before when I say like, oh, sometimes it'll be like an hour and then it disconnects. I've never actually timed it because it hasn't happened. I haven't had to deal with it happening that often. Okay, so... Interesting. So, okay, the problem, it's not so much a bug, it's from what I'm reading on the side here, and actually, I guess I can show, wow. I said before, like, I'd be careful with, like, Googling stuff, because I don't want to dox my location and all that stuff, or passwords, or, like, whatever. So if I'm on a page that's not Google specifically, then I'm more willing to have it be on screen, but Google searches specifically, Yeah, anyway. Okay, so, where was it? Yeah, keep alive messages are apparently a thing. Okay, like, that makes sense, I guess. Butterflies with a Pong, server to... Uh-huh. Yeah, interesting. So I'm guessing that the code that I have doesn't have this built in, or maybe it does, but it's not running correctly. So what I'm saying, this particular person having my particular problem has copy-pasted code that looks very similar to mine, so probably from the same source, which is good, in that there's more likely to be a solution that's going to work for me. In update... Okay, hold on. See, like, this is the kind of thing that, yeah, I wouldn't necessarily know just by trial and error, like, knowing that, that the Twitch API expects to keep alive thing. I mean, I'm not that experienced with, I'm not super experienced with, you know, Twitch API networking stuff to begin with. But okay, I'm just seeing some connected, something little like this. Just having some kind of, well, okay, I would stick this in a coroutine, probably. Doesn't, every 60 seconds, right, ping. So this is all you need, essentially. How often does it need it? Is it 10 minutes exactly, or is it... How long is it? Sends ping messages to ensure that your pod is still alive and able to respond to the service messages. Yep. You want to reply with a Pong message. Uh-huh. But, wait, this looks like wait. Server sends ping messages. Everything your bot must reply with... Then why is this... Looks like it's sending a ping thing. I don't know. Or is... Well, my thing is the server, right? Or... I don't know how this works, but we're just gonna take this and just... hope that it's fine. But again, I don't have an easy way of testing this. Well, I guess this is 60 seconds. I can just start by seeing, does this not error? Or something like that. But yeah, I don't know how much I trust that this is going to immediately... He's just responding to... scripts. Yeah, you're right. Uh-huh. Okay, what... But why? I'm just trying to, like I'm not 100% confident that this is going to do what I want it to do. Oh, this isn't gonna, like... Here, we'll put, like, a breakpoint in here or something. And then I guess we just have to wait a minute. Yeah, this makes sense as being the problem. I just don't know if I'm understanding that this is being the correct solution. Why this is a ping thing rather than like trying to read in a ping message and then responding with Pong as it seems to want. I don't fully know why, what should be making it be one way or another. Yeah, so this is, okay. I mean, this is the, like, Stream Writer thing that it already has for some of this other stuff. Or Stream Writer for Stream Reader. Yeah, okay. But this isn't responding to anything. This is sending out a message, and I don't know if that's enough. I mean, I guess I can, like, because this is a time-based thing, like, I don't want to sit here for 10 minutes. I know that's roughly 10 minutes, I guess it's something, but I don't want to just wait here 10 minutes to see if it disconnects, obviously. But okay, well, first of all, it's currently still going. Oh, what is your problem? Turn off you guys. No, thank you. You turn? You did a turn. Cool. The one down there is broken, as we've currently established. Oh, here. One second. While I'm waiting, my cat wants out of my room, so I'll be back in 5 seconds. Oh, wrong button. Wow, am back. Okay, so like a thing I can do that's at least being somewhat productive is that I'm curious of, look, because I don't know for sure if it has a chance of doing what it should be doing. I think maybe, but because I'm not completely sure, looking up a bit more. So before I had no idea why this would necessarily be, it would be cutting out. Now I at least have more stuff I can go off of this, what is it called? A keep alive message. So I can Google more into that specifically, and the requirements of that in different situations and what that actually, yeah, if I'm doing it right or if I'm doing it completely wrong. Okay, so well, yeah, just, unfortunately, again, as I've said before, I kind of have to do this off the side. Unfortunately, I'm just hoping to find some quick thread explaining keep alive messages or whatever. If I can find such a thing. Or is it called something different? Hold on. In the actual, I guess I have this on screen, so wow, something rather than nothing. Where this was talking about it, or keep alive is one word, whatever. Okay, that helps. Whoa, hold on. So why, well, okay. Where, hold on. Okay, so, yeah, the Twitch IRC, what does IRC stand for in this context? A lot of networking algorithms, I don't know. What do you stand for? And will that help clue me in on what's internet relay chat? Okay, fair enough. That makes sense. That seems accurate. So it sends, so Twitch, so this sounds like Twitch sends these to me. Make sure this hotline is still alive and able to respond to messages. After seeing a ping message, you must reply without Pong. The text of the Pong message must be the text. Oh, the text of the Pong message must be the text from the ping message. Oh, okay. I thought it was literally expecting to receive the word ping, followed by like whatever other gobbledygook of like the information about the message, and then expecting the response of the word Pong. That's why this says ping. And then it's not just ping on its own, plus so the text of the ping message, it can be hard coded that it knows it's going to be the Twitch client information, like spit out as a string, plus the word ping. Okay. And it's just called a Pong message. That's funny, but okay. Yeah. Okay, that makes way more sense. I was confused on that, but okay, sure. Has this, so me typing here isn't gonna change anything because this isn't accepting anything from Twitch, but me going to actual chat and putting in a command, it's still getting it. That's good, I think. I don't know how long it's been, but like, again, I expected this to be like a multi-hour stream of like having no idea what's causing the problem and it taking so long to like, see why it's happening and messing around with different like intermediary messy solutions and whatnot, and like I'm glad that it's not the case. So I said that this stream was be fixing bugs. This was the main one I wanted to fix, and I guess there was the other thing with the exclamation mark. Like the rest of it, like, and there's a lot of like little things I could try to clean up, but so not really wanting to do right now. Like the whole making an auto solver thing. That's not much fixing a bug as much as making a whole new feature. A thing we thought like, could maybe be a thing of having like some kind of visual of the like the back of faces. So like when you, I can better explained with a visual. Hold on. Hold on. I have a bookmark of a thing. Where are you? This guy? Whoa! Wait a minute. Hold on. Did they? I'm just noticing now that I think they changed up the SpeedCube database website a bit. Interesting. Made it all fancy. Whoa, okay. Not what I was looking for, but you know what? It demonstrates... Whoa, yeah. Back faces like this is what I was talking about, but I was looking for a different reference of the same thing, but this demonstrates the thing I wanted to say well enough. So whether I want that kind of thing, I could, I don't know. It would mean I'd have to make the thing down there physically smaller to then have the space for the things, but it was an idea, thing that we've considered. Polishing, like, the cube, itself just being a bit better of a model, like, you know, to actually see seams down the middle. Not really wanting to do that blendering right now, so we're holding off on that. Having a cube reset command, so what? You type, like, exclamation mark reset, and well, so I could put the cube back. I think I can cheat and have just it reload the scene. And you know what? Yeah, we have the time. Let's just do that, I guess. That should not take long at all. I just got to find the code that handles scramble and then have a separate thing that's like... So test for that, and I guess else. Wait, if it's greater than... Or if it's less than 3... Yeah, and the thing there is scrambled. Else if blarg, instead of scramble, be like reset. Then, no, it should, so scramble has stuff that can be after it, reset does not, so it should be, in fact, I'm fine to being like, instead of less than whatever, it equals 1, if there's one instruction and that instruction is just reset, then literally just reload the scene, which is just a matter of going like, scene manager dot, load scene, scene manager dot like active scene dot name, I think, something along those lines. Yeah. Well, okay. That does that. As I said, I want to like wait a little bit longer before going out of play mode just to be like, hey, is it still working? So I do another exclamation mark, turn the back face or something. Yep, it still seems to be working. That's good. No, that's because I did multiple F1s. Yeah, okay, right. Yep. All's good. So, okay, it seems long enough, like, it's been going on long enough that I'd like to think that it's gonna be consistently working long-term now, and I'm glad there's a solution that simple, so we're just gonna go out, let it refresh, and then, I guess, test that this random reset command works. Oh! Wait, why did you turn? I didn't hit enter there. Was that? In fact, what happened there? Did that frame 1 before it connected get my, my old input thing? That, like, this doesn't matter. If the problem is what I think it is, which is this stuff down here. Yeah, this disable manual test input thing. This is, yeah, back when we were just testing buttons, this is my own manual input stuff, which I guess doesn't really need to be functional now. And yeah, I have this disable manual test input. Actually, wait, what are you set to by on first frame? Let me just test this real quick. Nothing changes you at runtime. Disable main. Yeah, that's true. So, did you get a first frame input? How? I'm not sure. Whatever, it's probably fine. I think it's fine. A different level of being fine than like it cutting out input entirely, especially because I think this is only an editor thing for my own testing stuff, if it's what I think it is. Anyways, reset, then ta-da, it reloads the scene. Oh, I just realized that, so reloading the scene reloads the Twitch chat connection stuff. I think this will be done super rarely anyway, so I think I'm okay with it, especially because the consequences of right now, resetting it being this really easy one-line solution versus if I wanted to truly reset the cube by, like, actually moving everything back into place and then updating all the, you know, internal positions of where the pieces think that they are. I'm planning on this being a super simple thing, especially because I want this auto-solve to be its own thing that we work on in pieces. Like, the cube reset is, you know, one frame, it's back to it being, you know, solved. Auto-solve is it actually doing the turns and becoming solved. They're different. But I guess I'm gonna call that done enough, so cool. Did I test that, it does auto, like, lowercase, right? So if I put all capitals... The fact that it did that, yeah, definitely reloaded the scene. Let's just confirm. Whoa. I think I hit slash right as I hit enter there. I can do that, all that stuff, and it's all good. Good. I'm checking my spit there a little bit. Okay, so. Yes, okay. So other things that I thought would be cool to potentially have eventually is, which I don't know we'll do right now, but just as I'm reading through here. Actually, while I'm reading through here, we've potentially fixed the one issue that isn't fixed in the stuff down there and add this reset thing. So let's just make a new build here. Oh, I should close this so it'll actually launch the new one properly. Oh no, it's gone down there. Problems. Okay, waiting for it. You'll get there when it gets there. Possible extra commands were having some special inputs to call certain wait. When did that get pressed? That's that, yeah, okay. So having a special list of like some special algorithms to be able to I don't know, like exclamation mark like T perm or J, like having a database of commonly used algorithms, or at least algorithms that have, there's some algorithms in Rubik's Cube solving that have special names like T-perm, and having some way of just like, you just type this and it auto just grabs it from some dictionary and then just spits that out. That would be interesting, I guess. It could be something we could add to over time. And then, the other thing was setting Scramble and Solve as channel point rewards. That... once we could receive such a message, then it's just a matter of calling the same, just calling the right functions, really. But until then, the hardest part of this is going to be receiving a channel point redeem message, and really whether this is currently capable of it. In fact, have I actually tested it? Like, even though it won't get in like right now, it's not gonna, like, if anything gets redeemed, it's gonna get rejected because like, oh, it doesn't start with exclamation mark or whatever. But the earliest thing around here somewhere that can just read in a message at all, or was read chat was, or was it call command not. Where was read chat? Where did the function go? Down here. Does this is this able to at all receive is this able at all to receive emote or channel point redeem stuff? Let's find out, shall we? If I just run this. Oh, why is it? What's going on? What? Oh, it's a breakpoint. Okay. Is it taking its time to properly connect? There you go. Okay, now it's reading properly. Okay, if I have a breakpoint here, it's obviously not going to... I guess I just get to this point of... It got a message that wasn't null before it does any of these checks if it's a user contains whatever code. Which... Sure, yeah. If I can just see, like, hey... there's some other code, like surely it's just that there's some other code for that it's in a channel point redeem, right? And then I could just like furthermore test what it is specifically. So if I right now, oh wait, you're, what were you redeeming there? Okay, whatever, sure. Anyway, so it's here, and if well, first of all, just make sure that like it's. If I type a thing in Twitch chat, exclamation mark F, kida. Yeah, you have this, and the message is a bunch of stuff. Cool. Yep. And then if I just redeem the like NOP thing, are you aware? Is this aware of it? No, not immediately. Okay, so that's. I was hoping we could do this the easy way. If this stopped at a breakpoint, just like, oh, it has some other message code. If it's a redeem or something, that'd be great. I guess it's going to be a little bit harder than that. Which, again, this is not something I'm sure I want to do today, necessarily. But I can do some brief Googling. Oh, you got something. What did you get? Unknown command. Interesting. Sure. Is that just... Oh, ping. That's the ping? Okay. Maybe that's all that was? Okay. And then that gets handled by the other thing? Sure, why not? And should it be 60 seconds? Should it be raised more? I did say that I could potentially, like, this seems like something that could be in a coroutine, but it's working. I guess it's not something that matters that much. I will make this private, and I will move it to, you know, where it should be with the other variables. Yeah, just put it like here. What is this timeout? Time until that's on like the initial connecting. I hope. Okay, in this, is there anything here about channel point redeems? Redeem. I was kind of hoping that there'd be redeem something like oh no. Channel point event message redeem. Yeah, okay, so there's stuff about it, but it's not like what I'm looking for. Whoa. What happened? Careful, don't. You got a message of a kind? Show me. Oh, it's also just, yeah, ping stuff. Okay, I think I'm fine to, like, get rid of the breakpoint there at the moment. Authentication timed out. Oh, that was, I'm gonna assume that that's because of me being in, doing the breakpoints, that was maybe delaying it sending stuff back or something. I'm gonna guess, I'm gonna hope that it's something along those lines. Also have two of these open, it's fine. I also don't need you open. Hold on there for a second. This, go over here. Oh, not that, hold on. 1 second, not you, this one. Okay. Yep, cleaning up my tabs. Anyway, okay, so you're that. Anything in here that I can find about... Okay, what is like the proper term of you? Just a... rewards and challenges. I guess it's... reward. Is that your proper term? Is... ooh, identifier name, cost description. Okay, this is a thing that exists in here. Product reward. What is... Oh, these all count as events or something? Or, oh, the event sub-reference. Oh boy. And this counts as being different than a message. Is that how they... Oh, even outcomes of, like, polls and stuff. Fascinating. So how do I get this information? I mean, okay, I can continue to scroll through all of this. I could also just kind of Google this more specifically and find some code. So like, Unity, especially under the context of Unity and C#, that matters. Integration, channel point, rewards, if, I'm used to calling it redeems, but anyway. Is there some way that, yeah, a couple API calls. Yep. Interesting. But is there channel point rewards? Yeah, I know what channel point rewards are. It's not what I'm looking for. Channel points API. Yep. Unity engine reference. Oh, interesting. Why is that a thing? Okay. So, okay, this might be something I have to do more messing around with later because, well, yeah. Like, this might not be something that I properly implement until after making, like, an auto-solver thing, because the idea is, like, maybe I set up this kind of, like, an auto-solve thing, but rather than hook it up to a function, it's, like, some, not expensive, but just some channel point redeem, so it can't be spammed, I guess. To just have it auto-solve the queue would be kind of cool, I suppose. I don't know if I'd have the scramble one be a channel point reward. Like, I could. I don't know. I was picking a random algorithm from this list as also just a thing. Just weird for fun things. Just to kind of see if we can do the thing. And this part of this is me just learning, figuring out, to some degree, basic degree, reading in stuff from Twitch chat, that then there's lots of options of lots of crazy things that we can do with this, which is pretty cool. Yeah, it does seem like, yeah, this is gonna take the champ point redeem things. Reading that is gonna take more than just a one-line thing. Probably. Actually, what sets up this stream reader? What sets up you? Yeah, new stream reader. Just client that gets stream. Ooh, wait a minute. Is there any chance instead of get stream? Okay, so maybe like there'd be just some separate thing to read. Begin that client close sync connected. Get type later delay. See timeout. Sure. And yeah, right line. Yeah, okay. Yeah, interesting. I mean, yeah, like, for me to, like, I'm not gonna be able to just, like, without Googling, know the specifics of exactly what a lot of this needs to look like, right? So, yeah, that might be something we continue to mess around with. Anyways, in my messing around, is this enough time to just kind of test that, like, if I do this, is that still gonna turn? Yeah, it looks like it's still connected. That's pretty good. I guess while I wait a little bit longer just to, you know, make extra sure that it's still connected. Oh, I'm gonna launch a thing. Bam. So, this is a thing I bring up on stream occasionally when we're playing games, and this is my super complicated, not really that complicated, it's just a list. A list that looks more complicated, has too many columns than it maybe should, for its own good, of basically most of the Steam games, or all of the Steam games I own. I forget, I don't know if there's any that don't happen to be in this list. Hopefully it's up to date. Anyway, and I have a list of, like, all the games that I've 100%ed, games that either I haven't beaten or most of these I just haven't touched, and I only recently made, like, split the VR games in their own category, because have games that I've beaten and haven't 100%ed, and have games that have no achievements in their own category just because. Although, if I've a game that has no achievements that I've completed, it goes in this category anyway, just because. And then there's some games that are technically duplicates, because having a game and then, like, deluxe edition of that game kind of a thing, you know, all that. I was gonna segue this better. Why is bring? Oh, well, like, how do I? Hold on. So currently we're going through Doom 64 and Heavy Rain. And then after that, whichever we finish first, I think we're gonna finish Doom 64 first, possibly. We'll be swapping that out for Sonic Mania to do a 2D platformer, of which, the likes of which we have not done on this channel so far. And then the rest of the Doom games are gonna be in there. Doom 3, Doom 2016. Budget Cuts is a game that, VR and all that, I'm hoping that will go well. So Budget Cuts is a game that I've played and I've beaten, but I've never 100%ed it. But getting all the achievements to 100% it will require a full playthrough of it anyway. So I thought we'll stream that because for fun. And it'll also be kind of the experimental thing of trying to stream VR stuff and seeing more from the, like, technical issues side of things, like seeing how well that's gonna go. And then if that goes well, then we'll start potentially doing more VR stuff, because VR is cool. There's some fun VR games, and I have a bunch that, wow. I mean, a lot that are just like, there's a lot of very meh VR games out there. I think a lot of VR games I happen to have were just from some, like, a lot of Steam games I have are just from random sales, you know, like winter, like Black Friday sales, or like summer, like, you know, spring sales, all of that. I remember getting some bundle of like 5 random VR games. That's where Gorn came from, and Swords of God, however we pronounce that anyway. Yeah, I've never actually 100%ed, I forgot I haven't 100%ed Boneworks. That'll be a thing that I'll have to do at some point. Boneworks is good and also terrified. There's one specific enemy in that game that's effectively a head crab from Half-Life that in VR is extra terrifying. Somehow, to me, even more so than the actual head crabs in Half-Life Alyx, and they're anything jumping at your face ain't great, but somehow the ones in Boneworks specifically are extra not good. No thank you. Yeah, so there's that. Anyway, I wanna bring the thing over. Is this the right thing? Yes. So while I'm currently just stalling for time to make sure that this is still operational. I guess I should be going into play mode. Not so much with this, but with the one down there. Another case of I planned things I was gonna say beforehand, and now that I'm here, it's all gone out my ears and whatever. Oh well, 'tis what it is. So I didn't stream the last weekend because of, like, Easter and all that, just, you know, just because. I should be back streaming for the next, you know, consistent going forward. We'll see. I missed a couple streams last week just from being extra busy with just multiple unrelated things all happening around the same time that just made me extra busy. So, you know, oops. Hopefully that'll be an oddity and I won't continue to miss lots and lots of streams, but we'll see. In terms of what I'm going to be streaming, what I'm going to be streaming is going to be a lot of the same of what I've been streaming up till now. For the last while, I've been doing a lot of sort of a 50-50 of streaming game things, well, all related to game things, making games and playing games, I guess, where I've been, working on this Rubik's Cube thing a little bit, but more so my unicycle game over here. Okay, it's gonna take a couple seconds to launch, as it does. My game, The Hangman with the Unicycle, that is making good progress. We're just starting to make our first real level, and that's pretty cool. After, like, a lot of, you know, test level things and completely rebuilding our player and all that sort of stuff, we're finally, I think, reaching the point. And also just a lot of planning of our first level. There's still a lot more planning to do, but we're at a good point where we're gonna be starting to actually attempt to construct things. That'll be interesting. And here it is. Wow, look at it in all its glory, with all of its complicated lines. Ooh. Oh yeah, I forgot that I need to, all of this cyan line needs to be kind of readdressed, and that, like, there's some bits of planning that, like, contradict each other a little bit that I didn't realize until, like, the last year we were working on this, that I gotta clean up, but other than that, planning is good. So what was I saying? So I've been doing like 50-50 of making games, or mainly working on Hangman with Unicycle, and then playing games that I've been kind of having like a game A and a game B that we've been going through the last little bit. So in terms of stuff coming up, I've kind of, I did a minor bit of planning of sort of like where I'm going with some of this stuff. So with playing games, because the easier thing is that for the last little bit we've been, if I go back over here, we've been going through all the Doom games, and it has taken a while. When we started Doom 1, when was that? Like back in January or something like that, maybe, and now it's April. But we haven't just been going through all the Doom games one by one to not get too... one can only take so much Doom all at once. We've been going between other games and then coming back to the next game in the Doom franchise, especially as we going through a lot of the older ones. I think once we get to the more modern ones, Doom 3, Doom 2016, where are the other 2015 different Doom games? No, and Doom Eternal, then I think I'll be more willing to do those back to back, but we'll see, I personally am just traditionally more of a fan of 3D games. If your game is 3D, I'm sold on it immediately. No, I don't know. Anyway. I mean, I've liked the older Doom stuff, but I'm more looking forward to more modern Doom stuff, but still wanted to just go through all of them for funsies. So for the last little bit, I've been going through all the Doom games with random other games sprinkled in between. I should almost have like a list of the like recent games that I've beaten, but oh well. There's been like Lost in Random. I'm gonna be out of order on this, but Lost in Random, Subnautica, Little Nightmares technically, Limbo technically. Those were both games that I had beaten but didn't get the last achievement, so we did that. What have we done recently? Glancing through this list to remind me of, I said Lost in Random already. Why am I forgetting that? I said Subnautica. Detroit Become Human. Is that, and then like those are all the non-Doom games. All the Doom games have been sprinkled in there. Anyways, yeah. And then currently we're working on Heavy Rain. We're close to being done that. So I have like slotted up as what's coming next between the Doom games, Sonic Mania, and budget cuts. Then after that, once the Doom games are all done, then I'm hoping to. I think for like a little bit, it's like I don't know, having this idea of having a franchise of games that we're going between, and then other games on the side. I don't know. That seems like I don't know, can do, I guess. This is what I'm currently doing, I suppose. I do want to clean up this list, though, of games that I have beaten but not 100%ed. Some will be way easier said than others, like Cuphead and Celeste. I don't know. I don't need this to be completely empty, just less. I mean, as I've said before, I'll say it again, that, like, so, like, I have this list of, yeah, most games that I've beaten on Steam, and as of, like, last year, this list was way, way higher than this list. I kind of was looking at this like, oh, I've only actually played, like, 20-30% of the Steam games I own. Let's fix that. And I've been going through this for a while, and just haven't been buying games, and have just been going through all this stuff. It's been fun to do so, and all that, and be streaming it, and all that sort of stuff. Now, that doesn't mean I'm like, going to, like, never buy another game until this entire list is complete and I've beaten every game, whatever. Not necessarily, but I'm gonna keep going with this for now. There's plenty of other games, like, in the midst of all these that things I've been meaning to get through to for a while, just haven't gotten around to it, and all that sort of stuff. But some, again, will be way harder than others. Even, like, Binding of Isaac. If I really want to dedicate myself to 100%ing Binding of Isaac, I made a lot of progress in Binding of Isaac, but the fact that 100%ing it, like, for real, for truly, kind of means 100%ing it 3 times. You have, like, 3 save files that you need to 100% all of them to get the last achievement. If I really want to dedicate myself to that, I'm going to become a Isaac streamer for the next year and a half. That'll be fun. I like Binding of Isaac. But no, we'll worry about that when we get to it. But anyways, yeah, those are problems I can solve down the road. For now, I have the next, like, dozen or so games of what I think we'll be going between, which and because some of these are longer than others, I'm gonna be picking some shorter games just to be able to, like, lessen the list. That's why I then have next that I happen to own all the FNAF games that I've, like, at different times I've beaten different amounts of them, but I've never truly 100%ed them or whatever. So I was thinking that, like, I think this, I mean, it'll take a while, but not as long as all the Doom games. I'd go through all the FNAF games real quick. And I think by that I mean I'm gonna try to beat, like, the 2020 modes of them, which might be really, really hard, but we'll see. We'll see. Slotted in here somewhere. Where's Help Wanted? Help Wanted 2 are VR games. That'll be interesting to mess around with. Again, all games that I've beaten, but not 100%ed. So, like, we'll have to do that anyway. And then following that up potentially with cleaning up, starting to focus more on cleaning up this category of games that I've beaten but not 100%ed, and picking like a game from one of these and then a game over here, and kind of going back and forth. And we'll see how that goes. Yeah. And then, as I've also said with, I'll repeat myself again as I do, with budget cuts being experimental, like doing a VR game on stream and seeing what technical issues we have with that. I've done a little bit of experimenting, just like doing a test recording in OBS, doing, what, I forget what even, yeah, I launched budget cuts, just to see if it was having, if it would, like, lag a bunch or something, and it seemed to be fine, so we're gonna hope that it will continue to be fine. I did have to do some messing around. I learned that, so through Steam VR, there's actually a, like a separate VR view. So, like, most games when you launch them, you'll see them in the headset, but you'll also see them, like, on the desktop, but the desktop view doesn't exactly match the VR mode. And with budget cuts, it's extra obvious. For some reason, the, like, desktop, like, what you see when you're in VR in budget cuts, what's then, like, on the, desktop monitor view, that looks, it's the same view, but it's a little bit more cropped, but it has the title budget cuts, like, in the corner, which I was like, oh, that's not great if that's there. Can I have that not be there? And I learned that there's a separate VR view that you can open up that more properly matches what the headset's actually seeing. And even, like, I noticed that the colors were slightly different, like, just seeing, like, some fog in the distance that, like, in the headset was more to, like, one hue, and then the monitor was, like, slightly off, but in the VR view, it more so matched. So just stuff like that. That was interesting. So that's dumb stuff I messed around with over the weekend. So there was that. Also, well, I mean, because doesn't that much relate to this, but just to be like, hey, here's a thing I did. Escape Simulator is a game I 100%ed as of yesterday. That's, like, not so much a game that I think to stream. It's an escape room kind of a thing, so, you know, solving puzzles and whatnot. You know, I happen to own this. Like, oh, you know, I'm close to beating it. Just a couple achievements left, so I just went and finished those off. So it's another thing off the list. This number is slightly more closer to 100%. Nyahaha. On that note of games that, like, there might be, like, there's some things in here that I don't know how streamable I'll want them to be. Like, where actually, you know, I haven't Scrutinized is one of them that less so. Not like, this is a game where you can make like 6 hours of progress, make one mistake, and then have to go back hours and hours. And I don't know how, you know, interesting stream-wise stuff like that would be. Stuff like Super Meat Boy, where I'm actually, I at one point was very close to 100%ing Super Meat Boy and never finished doing that and would like to finish doing that, but that would mean, you know, hours and hours of doing the same levels over and over and making attempts and, you know, dying and slightly getting better over the course of days, maybe, which I'm fine to do. I like grinding towards challenges and beating tough video game challenges and whatnot, but I can understand that that's not the most interesting, high-level, insane gameplay to be watched or whatever. Well, okay, Super Meat Boy specifically is an exception where I'd totally be down to do that at some point, but other games in that category, like I Am Bread or something? I don't know. There was another game I was going to use as an example, and I have forgotten what it is and where it is. Oh no, what was it? Papers, Please, kind of, where, that's a game where I've, like, back when it came out, I'd seen stuff about it, so I know a lot of what that game is, but I've technically never beaten it or 100%ed it myself. But that's a game where you need, like, especially towards the end of it, very high concentration in, you know, being fast and, you know, seeing key details of comparing numbers and pictures and just different bits of information, and you have to be very attentive and notice things, or you fail and you die. Doing that in a stream, I don't know how that will go, because, you know, when streaming, there's a part of my brain that's focusing on the streaming and the talking and the being entertaining. So I can 100% see that making this much more of a painful process of me missing things and looking like an idiot more and more. So, yeah, I don't know how that will go, but we'll see. I will figure that out, not now, but eventually, of whether I decide to do those or not. But at least I got many. There's like a few games here or there that I do on my own. There's still many, many, many others that will take its place, so that's all good. Anyway, with that rambling, is that thing still functional? And just kind of, blam and blam. Yeah, it still is. That's good. Okay, that has me pretty confident that that is hopefully working now long term. So that's cool. I'm still gonna finish out my rambling because why not? So that's with my playing games that I'm still going to keep doing I think for now I'm going to keep doing the 50-50, like one game and then another, at the very least, until I finish all the Doom games. Then I might reassess whether I want to, like, go back to, like, only playing one game at a time, but then finishing it faster. So playing 2 games at the same time, means it takes longer for them to actually, you know, get finished and then swap out to new game. But it doesn't mean there's variety going back and forth. So I don't know. We'll see if I at some point decide to, like, just do one game till it's done, the next game till it's done, or whatever. But that might be on a game by game basis of what I'm feeling at a given time. But it's gonna at least stay like this way until I get done Doom Eternal, which might be still a while, I think, potentially, possibly, we'll see. So that's with playing games. On to the other half of my streams, that is making games. What technically the stream right now is, kind of. Well, not game, by game, Unity, doing Unity things. The Rubik's Cube, I mean, is a Rubik's Cube a game? That depends on what you define as a game. Chess is a game. Why not solving a Rubik's Cube? I don't know. Anyway, whatever. That's not the psychological things I meant to get into right here, right now. But then my next couple streams that I was planning to do with this, or not, with my coding stuff. With today's stream of fixing the Rubik's Cube disconnecting was thing number 1, just because it's been something I've been putting off for a bit, and it's like better just get it out of the way, get it solved so I can, you know, move on. Then, like, as of, I guess the next stream is going to be Heavy Rain. The stream after that's going to be back to Unicycle game over here. The next thing I said that we're gonna be working on is, you know, starting to properly construct this level, actually making a block out of it, which I don't know how it's gonna go, mainly that I'm just very rusty with 3D modeling things, and even on the Unity side of, like, Pro Builder and if that's even the route that I want to go with this, that's what we're going to be figuring out. Like, one of the major things is doing the initial block out of this level, whether I'm going to be doing it through Pro Builder or like, basic primitive shapes, like purely in Unity or in Blender. And I don't know yet. We will see. We'll figure that out. I want to try to give Pro Builder a fair shot. And also make things easier to be looking at stuff in Unity with like the scale of everything in Unity. And also like all these lines and stuff, that's not gonna like go to Blender in any nice way. I believe I've seen a thing, I've never experimented with it. You can take like a Pro Builder model and like export it as like an FBX and then take that into Blender, and then I could like mess it with it further. But that to me sounds more like, you have the block out with all the collision and stuff, and then you turn it into the more just prettier visually looking stuff, but we'll see. So in this we'll also be making the placeholder of like different hazards or whatever, different like pistons and swing gears, and like down over here is a magnet wall and stuff like that. Well, some of these are gonna be easy, and some of these are gonna be a lot more complicated and will require us to be programming a lot more stuff. Then what I'm hoping to do, potentially. So, like, at this point, in theory, that we have, like, kind of a playable level where I can experiment more with, like, the player and the, the objectives that you do and the hazards and all that, and fine-tune, like, the move speed and how fast rides break, and, seeing all that with, like, hazards and, like, oh, is the level too big, too small? And, like, we'll do a lot of that fine-tuning with a lot of, like, placeholder stuff where it's not going to look too good. We'll see how, at that stage, how far I want to go with it before making it, like, graphically better. Then, I have written here, once most of the coding is in place, I want to switch to getting more professional with Blender and focus on 3D modeling and whatnot. And by that, I mean, I've been away from Blender for a while and haven't been doing much, with it. And even back when I was using Blender a lot more, making, like, my logo that I have over there, is still hard. I have made some amount of cool 3D models and visually cool looking stuff, but even when I have, it's been very, very, very hard to do so. I would not consider myself a great, Blender 3D modeling guy. I am a coder through and through. I would like to be better at 3D modeling and whatnot. And part of it, like, just, spending a while, like, not in the program and then coming back to it is one thing, but let's say, like, even at my peak, like, there's still a lot that I don't know or whatever. So I kind of want to spend time devoting myself to specifically trying to improve my Blender skill, and then applying that, well, here, and, making the, graphical assets that I need for this. But potentially making some stuff in isolation. Like, I don't know what I mean specifically yet, but, like, making stuff purely in Blender to be rendered as, images or animations or whatever. Specifically for the purpose of practice and gaining skill and, like, whatever. And there's two sides to that. Like, one thing of that, like, practice is important, just, doing stuff more, like, over and over to learn and get better. But I also want to do more of seeking out, like, actually learning more information about Blender, like, learning more things of how to better use the tools of Blender. There's only so much that you can do just, like, messing around in a program versus, like, actually seeking out professional information and, like, what's the proper terms for things, what are, things I didn't know existed, certain ideologies of how to make certain things. And I think there's two major areas with that I want to focus on separately. One is textures, and in relation to, like, environments and stuff. I, throughout, like, 90% of my Blender history, do not texture anything. Everything is all single colors, and it's more about, I model stuff, and then it's all single colors, and into Unity it goes. Or, like, the most simple, like, gradient or whatever, right? My, back when I made my, the submarine tutorial that I made on YouTube, that's the submarine thing I made there. That looks very good. Like, that is an example of a very good 3D modeled thing and textured thing that I made, but I call that a rarity. And also something I did a while ago that, like, if I tried to, do more with today, it would be a struggle, right? Yeah, I want to learn more about how to, texturing, like, different things under the wide umbrella that is texturing in Blender and possibly some programs outside of Blender. I think some popular, ways of doing 3D modeling stuff in Blender, you make the model in Blender and then export stuff to some other program and then do texturing there and then bring it back into Blender, and like even stuff like that I might consider and like look into different options and whatever. I don't have to stick to 100% inside Blender for that kind of thing, but to some degree I want to, get better at doing texturing stuff first in just a Blender context, and then in a get from Blender into Unity context, I guess, right? So texturing and stuff, and then with, I guess, bundled in that is like making better environments and whatnot is what that would be leading to. And also like texturing in terms of like, a kind of like a diffuse, color map or whatever, and also like normal maps and metallic maps and all of that extra funky stuff that makes models look amazing rather than bland. So there's all of that. And then the other, so that's one bubble of just basically getting better at modeling, but with a focus of getting better at like texture-related things. Other half of that is animation, specifically animating characters. I want to seek out more about the proper ways of making, but more specifically animating characters. Mostly people, but I guess non-people be involved in that. But I know that I'm very much lacking in skills. I'd very much like to develop further of being able to actually animate people. Again, both as like with the texture thing, both first just in a pure Blender context, like some little animation stuff in Blender, like with my animated intro that I have that's rendered in Blender, but then also then bringing that into a Unity context, and some of that I might focus on like in isolation, and then take skills that I've learned and apply it to unicycle game and whatnot. But I gotta figure out like, kind of where to get the information that I want to. It's like one thing to just be looking at YouTube tutorials all day or like reading documentation, but I don't know if I want to try and go further with that, like some, paid online courses or like whatever, things more professional. I don't know. I don't know how deep into that I'm going to necessarily go. It's a thing that I'm considering, and we'll see where that goes. But anyways, I'm saying that all this to say that I want to get better at Blender, because I do think that it's a very, for making games, it's important to visually look good. Like my game as it stands in this scene, like our player has a lot of very complicated programming. Everything with our game, with the hub world and the player and all that, has a lot of very complicated stuff going on under the hood, but it would look like, as cool as that is under the hood, how much, the player actually sees, as however cool the programming is, doesn't as much translate to like I can have this character go around on this simple plane all day long, but if all of this could look visually a lot better, and I could make stuff to the degree of like what I actually can visualize in my head, and actually making stuff that looks very, very good, it makes the programming look better, make the games a lot better, and I can hopefully do a lot more and do it a lot faster, in theory. And then again, both like in Blender stuff and then in Unity. I guess a third bubble of things to try to get better at is Unity specific graphical stuff and lighting and all that things of making Unity stuff look better, where, I think just having textures at all is gonna be a significant step in that, but that's the hope. What else was I gonna say on that topic? One thing is getting better at 3D modeling stuff in terms of making, in terms of like where that's gonna get applied. This game, of course, and everything I want to do with this game, the handyman with a unicycle. But also, I've been thinking that I want to get back into making YouTube videos again, because I haven't been doing that. As I used to make tutorials and whatnot, and for miscellaneous things, but specifically making Unity tutorials on different, teaching coding stuff. I want to do more of that. And I think a big thing holding me back from doing that to the degree that I want to do it is the graphical department of making visually good looking stuff, to have, you know, those things, that stuff, have the, like, it's one thing to have a tutorial where I'm just like, oh, you know, here's code, here, I'm gonna type this here, I'm gonna type that there, and whatever, but I want more graphical pizzazz through, well, you know, whatever going on in the actual Unity scene of whatever I'm teaching, having just look a lot better in terms of, yeah, having actual better, like, environments and textures and just better 3D modeling stuff going on, even if the tutorial isn't about such things, and most of the tutorials I do are based on, you know, purely, like, coding stuff. So just having what's graphically going on look a lot better is a thing that I would like to do. So, yeah, that's, I guess, other reason of getting better at 3D modeling and stuff would help me in a lot of areas. But it's hard. It's, yeah, very, very hard. I would not consider myself an artist so much, but yeah, doesn't mean I can't try. If I want to get better at kind of being an artist, kind of, yeah, need to practice and get better at things. And, yeah, so that's what I want to aim to specifically do. But to not be juggling doing too many things at the same time. I want to, like, I'm not going to be starting all that tomorrow or anything. I want to, so today we did like the Rubik's Cube thing. I want to just focus on that, get that out of the way. For the next couple streams working on this, I want to focus more on the, just getting this sort of block out of level done, you know, finish off. Like, we're just starting to really make this level. I don't want to cut it off just yet. Yeah, I want to focus more on making some actual gameplay, even though it's going to be in all, you know, single colored blocks and nothing too insanely complicated. But, you know, we'll see how it goes. Actually, there's going to be some parts of this level that are going to need slopes and like tube-shaped areas and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. But, yeah. Anywho, oh, sorry, one extra thing I meant to say in the middle of all that is that in getting better at 3D modeling and, like, making graphical stuff, I also would like to remake my logo at some point, make a 2.0 of it. Technically, it's not my first, not like, you know, 5.0 or something, I don't know. Yeah, that's a, you know, a thing that will potentially happen down the line. Well, one, making a better version of my, like, animated character that I have, like, that's the logo is of, making a 2.0 of that, and then also making a better logo with it. I don't love how the main background, because my logo over in that direction is an animated me, like, flying away from an explosion that does not look like a great explosion. It was the best I could do at the time. In Blender, which I almost consider, like, if I make another logo thing, if it comes from a screenshot of something in Unity, and then I can mess around with Unity VFX stuff, like that could be a thing I do. To finish my sentence, I cut myself off of, I don't love that because he's, like, flying away from an explosion, the main background color of that is orange. I'm not overly fond of orange as a color. I don't hate it or whatever, but it's, yeah, as far as the main colors on a color wheel go, I like blues and greens and cyans. And orange is lower on that list. So I'd like more of a, you know, of a logo that the main color of it is more of in that blue or green or cyan kind of area rather than orange. But yeah, that's not happening anytime soon because I got a lot more on my plate with yeah, just want to get better at 3D modeling stuff to begin with, before I make a version 2.0 of my character or whatever. Yeah. Anyways, though, so that's. All in all, that is my plans for the next little bit. As far as stream goes, still gonna be kind of 50-50 doing game stuff because I enjoy playing games on stream. It's fun, and also just, I don't know, the accomplishment of getting this list to be smaller and having actually gotten my money's worth out of games I've bought over the years and all that sort of stuff. But then also just, yeah, making cool Unity things and making cool graphical stuff and developing skills and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, anyways, so that's that. It is. I did plan for today to be a bit of a shorter stream. I mean, normally I don't do streams this short. Usually I go like 3-4 hours, go till midnight or whatever, but with going into this, doing the Rubik's Cube stuff, I anticipated this being a stream on the shorter side of, well, unless, like, fixing that issue was gonna take, like, 5 hours. I was hoping it wouldn't, and I'm glad to be right. Just to lengthen things a little bit, here's what I'm gonna do. Scramble. 100. This should... No! Wait a minute. No, 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 you don't. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You didn't just... Oh, my heart stopped. Oh, I misspelled scramble. That's what I did. My heart stopped. I typed exclamation mark scramble 100, and it didn't do anything. I thought it was going to still be broken. I missed an R in scramble. There we go. Yeah, there it goes. Look at it go. Woo! Yeah, all right. For fun, let's... this is going to be painful. Let's do a solve of this cube to truly show that it's working and is, yeah, functional. Alright, I regret this already. Here we go. Okay, so, to start with, I want to see the white face, so, oh no, I forget which way. X, Y, and Z are things to, like, turn the whole cube. I don't remember which is, I think I want, it's like X, just X? No, kind of wanted the other way, but whatever. Oh boy, hold on. Well, here we go. So I want to see the white face. Orange thing is there. First thing that we're gonna do is make the cross, and I'm gonna mark. Go F prime. Put this orange and green in green. What am I? Am I colorblind? No, the white and orange edge pieces in there. Then we're gonna put the white and red piece over here by doing a little bit something like R prime and then R prime and then like D prime, and that should put you down there. Waha, look at it go. Now so I'm gonna do, I think, a Y to, no, wrong way. I need to find the other pieces. Ah, that works. So then I can do, and also, well, I guess, so down there you're not seeing me type chat stuff because I have it filter out the, exclamation mark messages so it doesn't clog up chat, but in actual Twitch chat over on the side or whatever, you know, you'll see it there. Anyway, you can see the visual results of what I'm doing if I'm not explaining it super correctly. So next I am, gonna do, R prime, getting the white and blue edge piece down by the blue center, and then turning it around to where the white center piece is, in F2. I keep, like, looking at this, and then, like, almost imagine, like, oh, if I'm holding it this way, then, like, the turn would be different, but, like, no, looking at this, orange is on the top, I can, you know, do this, I can do this, but it's not, we turn my head, isn't the same. Anyways, do that. Look, wow, it moved where it was supposed to, and then, I want to do a Y2, I think, to see that. Where is, okay, there's that green. So let's go, something like, actually, well, before I go any further, I should, is it Z that's gonna just have white actually be down as it kind of should be? I should just know that white's there, and then, have object pertinence of, like, where, you know, it is. Anyway, exclamation mark, D, oh, capital matters. D clockwise, and then R prime, and then, yeah, and then D prime. Why this is harder to visualize in this, looking at this visually, rather than doing it on real cube, where I can just flick. Anyway, alright, the cross is solved, and I can show that just by going, it's gonna be, it was X, was it? Yeah. Wow, look at that. And then I'm just gonna put it back. Next, we're doing F2L, first two layers. So we're looking for the edge pieces, or the corner pieces and the corresponding edge pieces, and how we're gonna mix them together. So qua, and then wait, what? Or not that? Hold on. Well, we're just gonna, not that. Putting that edge back, putting the red-green edge back there, and I'm just gonna take this corner piece out. Not going to be doing this in a super efficient way because it's a lot harder to in the virtual landscape. Well, okay, I guess I want to go, F prime, U prime, F, right? Yeah. Be careful doing too many moves at once. If I accidentally mistype an earlier one, then it just messes up a lot of things. That would not be good, obviously. Okay, there's, so I have this edge, paired with that, this corner paired with this edge, sort of. I'm gonna turn the thing around. Is Y? No, not that way. That way. So to get this down here where I want it to be, we're gonna go R prime. And look, there it is. Woo! And then Y prime is gonna turn you that way. Good. These two should be here. I don't love that they're together in the way that they are. Actually, this won't be that bad. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna, as a challenge, I think I can, in one algorithm, get all this down here. And I'm gonna attempt to do that for fun. So I'm gonna want to do, R, move it down, not R, that, I was looking at the, whatever, not R, F, yes, F, U prime, F prime, and then R, U, R prime, right? Yeah, look at it down there. Woo, in all its glory. There's kind of going down the cube, not that way. Okay, then, oh, literally exactly the same thing. I can literally go and just copy my earlier message, paste it in, and watch the magic unfold. Awesome. All right, that saves time, kind of. Okay, hold on. I just had exclamation mark copy. Again, okay, exclamation mark, and then Y prime be that way. I was not at all paying attention. Is this the same edge piece? Oh my god, is this gonna be the... No, it won't be the same, but, okay, this... U prime? You are the same thing there. That's not ideal, but, okay, we're gonna do a U... Let's see, I go U, and then, or, U prime... Wait. Sorry. No, U, and have that to, like, push it away, and then, F... prime. Wait, that F prime to separate them, U2 to move the edge piece around, and then F, and then it should be back up. Let me see that unfold. Yeah, so now here and here they are like opposite colors and they're separated, and now the rest is like the other ones where I want to U primes, then it's like there, and then just R, U prime, R. I guess I could have done that all in one, but whatever. R, U prime, R prime. Yeah. Wrong way, no. See, that's the mistake of, put too much on one algorithm. Mess up one, it can mess up a lot of things. R, U2, R prime. Yeah? There we go. Cool, and that is F2L solved. And if I just do a couple Y's, you can just see, look at it, no, it's solved glory. Woo! Alright, next thing, on to OLL and PLL. I'm going to, just to speed things up a bit, do a little bit of cheating and just go to a website I have bookmarked to sort of look at any OLL or PLL case, and just from looking at it, deduce like, okay, here's the algorithm that you would do to solve it. Now, some people or professionals have this memorized, and I'm working on memorizing all of them, but also it's different to like have something like that memorized and just, you know, do it based on memory of like that versus me remembering it, you know, enough to do it, type it out very slowly here. Oh no, I didn't. Oh, there we go. I undid that correctly. Okay, good. So looking at here, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna put this here and come back. This here. So we're looking at, just purely looking at the yellows. Which of these cases matches what I'm looking at here? Which, we'll just scroll through it. So we have in L shape to start with. Also, the thing that I see here might not match like the orientation. So with some amount of Y moves, having it match. This one's very close. Is it gonna be? No, hold on. Not those. That's going the wrong way. Is it this one upside down? I think it might be this one, just to confirm. If I do, Y2, I guess I could have done a U2, but whatever. Is that this? I think it is. These two were going this way, I believe. Let's double check. Yeah, they're going that way. Okay, cool. We found it. Woo! I just to test something. I do have a thing in my program. I can do Y2. I can also go Y2 apostrophe, and it should turn it 180, but the opposite direction, which is technically valid notation. It's like never needed or used because it's the same thing. Like a turning clock, double, like 180 degrees one way or the other is the same, but just my program allowing it to visually go the other way. Yeah, just align that. So also, I should be able to just copy and paste this in with an exclamation mark at the beginning. And, whoa, actually having it up and on screen. I guess I also get the, oh, whoa. It turned /R into an emote. Is it gonna be fine with that? No, it hates it. Okay, hold on. Can I, like, that's something I did not foresee. Can I fix that? Oh, no. I mean, I can put it without the bracket, but that is not something I foresaw as being an issue. Okay, we're just gonna try this. Is this gonna be fine? Okay, but there it goes. Oops, I guess. I don't know what that actually, like, am I gonna need something in the program that can, like, disambiguate that? I don't know. Whatever. That's not something I'm gonna care about right now. Anyways, yellow on top is solved. So now this looks like, oh, no, not the whole same message. 1 second. With the exclamation mark. Oh, hold on. So now we're going to be doing the same thing, looking at the right PLL situation. But first doing a U prime. Then I think all the all the corners are matched. And just from looking at these two, and I guess the one that turned a second ago, it's going to be that these corners need to swap. So I'm familiar with this PLL. Actually, I might be able to. Can I remember it off the top of my head? Looking at this from this direction. This is one I learned recently-ish. I believe it's like. We're gonna find a pop. And I have this wrong and then completely mess up the cube. That would not be good. But, ooh, no, something like M-U. Maybe I'll like write. Hold on. No. I wanted to try to have it memorized. It's like. There, I just did it, but what did I just do? It translated into the actual letters. So that was an M-U prime. Or was it? Yeah, I think this whole algorithm, and, oh wait, what direction is that M? That was just M, right? This way is M, this way is M prime, I think. I hope so. It was M-U prime, M-U2, M-U2. No, I messed this up. Oh shoot, no. No, I want to just happen to get into whatever it was. Well, I did it once and messed it up the second time. Hold on. Un momento as I get back to sanity. Just quickly solving this. Oh, it's not exactly the same, but whatever. Okay, I'm just, whatever, it's fine. I'm also rusty at this guy. I have not been keeping up with this lately, but oh well. So what was it? It was again I ask, what did I just do? So it was MU and then M2 MU2. How is that different than what I just did a second ago? Okay. Whatever, I try. Somehow I've done it, but I can't. I don't know. Whatever. I'm just gonna look at it. It's fine. It's gonna be. It's gonna be down here, not the H. I forget what your actual like letter is. Is it Z? Or... Yeah, this Z one. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So it was this M2. Oh wait. Oh no. This is what I was doing. It was, so that was okay. I actually had the M direction wrong. So. Or what I was doing versus what I was saying was wrong. Fair enough. Yeah, I was doing M U prime to U prime, M to U prime. How's that different than what I did a couple seconds ago? Did I do a U first and then the M? That might have been what I did, maybe, or something, or I don't know. M2. Wait. No, hold on. Wait, what? Oh no. Or whatever that. Okay, it's fine. Whatever. I'm even just gonna put in this one. Exclamation mark that. All right, ready? Watch it go to being solved, please. Okay, why? Oh, you know what? I think I remember now. I believe by doing this, it always ends up like that. I just want to test something just to remember why I chose one thing over another. If I put this back in, and there it goes, the scrambling, it's back like this. This ends it with needing an extra U2 to actually be solved, where I think this one actually ends with it being solved, if I remember correctly. Was that why I did that? No, it's also a U away, but whatever. I mean, it's one closer, I guess. Anyway, this, and U, just a U. And, wow, it's solved! Woo! Yeah, did the thing, I guess. And if I turn it around, you can see it in all its glory. Look at it go. And, I mean, there's something in the code in Unity that prints out solved, because it actually is able to detect that it's in a solved state. That's a thing, I guess, so that's cool. If I just then to test something else, if I use my reset command, why is that being slow? It did reload the program. Did that properly? It did. Okay, I don't know why the thing hanged being open, but okay, sure. Whatever. That's fine. Cool. Yep. So the reset thing worked, and we solved it, so that happened. Cool. Did that. Yeah, anyways, so that was enough of a test to determine that, yes, this thing is indeed working. I'm raising the desk here. Up I go. There we go. Okay. Cool. That's, I think, enough testing for me to be like, yeah, this is, seems like it's gonna work, for the long term. And I got all my rambling out of the way of future streamlands and whatnot, and yeah, cool. So, I think we're gonna end things a bit earlier here today, which is fine. We started earlier than usual, kind of. Sometimes I've been aiming to try to start at around 7, but usually that's they'll like as I'm scrambling to get other stuff done, it'll end up being like 8 or 8:30. Sometimes I'm having like technical issues before starting the stream, or spending forever trying to just name the stream or whatever. Yeah, I think we'll let today be a bit of a shorter stream. That's all right. We finished what we set out to do, just faster than planned, which is good, I guess. So I'll get more done, so I'll be more likely to be able to stream tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a heavy rain stream, which will be cool, getting more of that game done. I do not think that we will finish all of that in one stream. I think it'll take at least 2. But we'll be getting a lot of the easy... The last stream where we were playing Heavy Rain, we beat our first playthrough of it. Oh, that's a whole separate thing. Well, I guess I'll ramble it a bit again at the beginning of that stream. Another thing that I found time to do off stream is that while we were playing the entirety of that game, that first playthrough, we're having occasional controller issues that I think that I've solved. When we first started that game, so a common thing you do in that game with doing like QuickTime events is, so some QuickTime events are like, oh, move, you know, the stick in a particular direction or whatever, or like, you know, press a certain button. One particular QuickTime event thing that game has is to like move it in one direction and then turn it like clockwise or counterclockwise. And at first in like the prologue, like it wasn't registering the turn thing at all, and like that was weird. Looked it up, it was a common issue. Tried a thing to fix it that seemed to fix the issue, but then it had a sort of consequence of it being very touchy, where like going like halfway down the controller or halfway down the stick sort of acted like going all the way, and that was being an issue in some parts of the game where you have to like do a QuickTime event but slowly. If you do it too fast, then that's bad, and failing a lot of those because it had to kind of like just touching it a little bit like acted like a lot, and that was being a bit of an issue. Or even sometimes we're like, oh hey, you know, do it to the right and, you know, slightly down. We're like, oh, we're not accepting that. That doesn't count. I was having some issues with that. So I did some amount of messing around and applied a better fix that upon immediate testing that I didn't go that in-depth into, it seemed to be a little bit better. It seemed to be more like going all the way to the right, like actually counted as being all the way to the right and not just halfway. And doing like the QuickTime events seemed more, responsive, or it seemed like it worked better. In very quick, like it didn't do that much testing with it, just like in the prologue of the game or whatever. But that will potentially help with getting all the achievements. Somehow we still got like not the best ending, but the almost, like, close to best ending of that game. Even despite that, so huzzah! And on the hardest difficulty. Difficulty of, I think, to my understanding, affects, like, some fight scenes and whatnot. If you fail quick time events, you can lose, and kind of like how many quick time events you can mess up before the bad consequences happen. I think the difficulty thing affects that, but we'll see when I get back into that. Anyways, yeah, so the achievement thing that we have to do should go a little bit better, so that's good, I guess. That's gonna start tomorrow. We're gonna start with just clearing off a lot of the easy achievements that I think are just gonna be like, hop into a chapter that we already have in our chapter select, do one thing slightly different, and then get an achievement. But then some of them are gonna be a lot harder, where we're gonna have to, like, plan a whole playthrough, I think, or, like, most of one, to get certain things to happen, to get certain achievements. So we're gonna, like, do that carefully. We're gonna, plan things thoroughly-ish to try to minimize, like, how many entire full playthroughs we have to do, just like we did with Detroit Become Human. But we'll see if my planning has to be as in-depth as with Detroit Become Human, and how much extra Googling I'll have to do, because Detroit Become Human had its nice, handy-dandy, fancy flowchart thing where Heavy Rain a lot more on your own, but still, hopefully shouldn't be that bad. I think if I remember, we have 30 out of 56 achievements, so got a lot to get, but a lot are going to be not that bad. It's going to be the last couple that will be potentially really bad, but we'll see. And then stream after that, we'll be back working on this, doing some, stuff with, we started actually planning out some stuff with this level, and between now and then, maybe I'll do some more Googling of remembering some of the intricacies of Pro Builder and things I may have forgotten with, actually using it beyond just, hey, I made a cube and I extruded it. That will, help with actually making stuff. And this whole thing with this roller coaster, some of the planning of how it might need to move, I might do some of that messing around with, where I have, in some of these planned obstacles, I want to see if I can find a specific one as an example. Where were you? No, where are you? There's like 2 around here that are like cross a path where there's a roller coaster that you gotta dodge, but it doesn't at all match this planned path of the roller coaster, because I made those at 2 different times and forgot about them, that they weren't meant to be connected, so now have to, like, correct it in some way that's not gonna break other parts of the level. I had to do it carefully and not willy-nilly. If I want to salvage it. Right here, crossing roller coaster track. This does not match this at all. And there's another part where there's meant to be like a double loop-de-loop or something. So, I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I'll fix that maybe on my own between now and next time. If I get time to, we'll see. But yeah, I think we're gonna, as I said, end things for now. We'll find someone to raid. And then, that'll be that. Okay, who's it gonna be? Actually, I'll do my outro first. That'll do it for this live stream. If you liked it, look forward to more. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you around. All right. Cool. We are gonna raid Revere, someone I've raided before, not in a while though. Raid this, and yeah, there we go. Cool. I'm just waiting for the timer. All right. Yep. Also, we went a whole stream and my random counter of the day didn't go up because we happened to not have any errors. Oh no, the humanity. Oh well, it happens. There are definitely some streams where it's more useful, more has a purpose than others. Especially like in the next Heavy Rain stream, it's easy. It's just gonna be how many achievements we have left. It'll be easy to keep track of, or have it be something that's gonna definitely be useful. But anyways, whatever. All right, rambling over. All right, I'm going now. So yeah, see ya.